Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, September 30th. We're looking at window traders, market profile of the S&NQ. I'm not sure which is wilder, the way this market closed, or I've been watching the Mets-Braves game and I tried to see if my Mets get in the playoffs. Absolutely wild what's going on there in Atlanta. Pretty wild this afternoon in the last time frame. We warned the trading room. Be very, very careful come the last half hour, as this market will do, especially Mo, will do what it wants to do on the last day of the quarter and the month. And it did. I was calling the daily down. ES came back and almost took out yesterday's high. Didn't. SPY did. So SPY technically is firmly back in balance. They just missed the all-time high. They don't close with an outside day up, though. They close inside of Friday's range. I'm calling the daily, again, I'm calling it down for now. They took out the balance low, which was Wednesday's low for me, pretty good. We'll see what transpires tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to call them down in SPY and ES. I'm sorry, in ES and in NQ. Righty is balanced still. Righty ends with a 10-wide POC. The market was all over the map this morning. Early in the morning, they couldn't take out the overnight low in ES. We gapped lower today in ES. ES gapped lower. NQ did not. Righty gapped lower. Took those back. We were back and forth. They had a nice push finally to get the overnight lows in J period, in ES and in NQ, which turned out to be, where the heck is it? My best trade of the day. I didn't do a lot of trading today. It wasn't clean action for me. It really wasn't. And a lot of times, while you're in balance, which we were until we finally came out of it, that's what's going to happen. Righty is still in balance. I'm calling ES and NQ for now down. Now, so my first trade in NQ this morning was when we opened up. Now, we didn't gap lower, but we opened up with lower value, and it ran up, and I took a short between overnight halfback value low. I had added to it, and then it went against me. I didn't get hurt by much. I took it off for a loss. I had added. I made some on the add-on when it came back, but net, I lost on the trade, but not a lot. Okay? Then, in B period, I took the short to get A's low. That worked. That's one of my staple plays. But again, that wasn't even that easy. They were having a lot of trouble. Then I took a short, again, thinking that they would push, keep going, got back above the open in B, took that off for loss. So after A and B period, I was down a total of about 10 points. Nothing huge. Down about $200. Because I was down about, I think 400 on that first trade. Then I got it back in more. I was up. Then I gave it back and on that trade. So I was down maybe 10 points. You know what my next trade was? J. We talk about being patient. There was nothing happening for me. Okay? Until finally, when J started going in NQ, you could see some tempo and volume. And as they got closer to the IB low, I'm like, well, we don't have an IB and we don't have an overnight yet. And I took a 3-lot initially, came down, took one off, took 2 off, I think. Then it came back up. Added 4, I was short 5, and then boom, she broke. So again, all it takes is one trade, okay? Finally, it happened for me in J period. I did great on it. Did fantastic on it. And that was my best trade of the day by far. And then in K period, and then I did a couple of ebb and flow trades, okay? I did take one short in NQ in K period while they were still holding trend. So we had a trend day down that failed. But I took a short made on that. And then they filled the single print, started going up. I'm like, I think my day is over. Because we know the last half hour is going to be very, very erratic. And boy, oh boy. We go out with a price probe, so we'll see tomorrow morning if we open above the base of it, which is F's high in ES and A's high in NQ. Righty did not probe. Righty just ends with a 10 wide POC. So as far as our destinations go, 20 and a quarter is our high for today. Okay. The price probe is 98.75, 10 wide at 87, and today's low is 56 and a quarter. And that's another thing I failed to mention. The daily went down, and look how close we got to putting the weekly back to balance. Look at that in the ES. You talk about a defense. What a defense in J period. So the weekly's still up in ES. SPY, today's high is 574.38. Why do I have the all-time high up here? Oh, that's an overnight all-time high. Okay, I got to fix that. 574.38. I never wrote overnight. The base of the price probe is 572.26. Our 10-wide point of control is 571.05, and today's low is 568.08, and they also defended last week's low, but by 48 cents. They were above it more than ES got down to. And then chart-wise, so the weekly is still up. We're one-time framing up coming into this week, 3 weeks in ES, and it's still up. The daily, I had put down today. Now, we did close in very nicely, and SPY did now. Again, SPY's balance because they took out yesterday's high. For now, I'm just going to leave the daily down on ES. If they're that strong, they should have no problem holding the base of the price probe tomorrow and take it out today's high. We have jolts tomorrow morning and also the first day of the new quarter. So, interesting day. Not a lot of volume with all that movement. The volume today in SPY is only 59 million. So we're only going to do barely average, even though we had a wild M period. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope you have a good day trading. Enjoy your evening. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.